Okay, so we are going to start in Child's Pose this evening. You can get yourself situated here with the knees a little bit wider apart in hip width. Sit back on your heels and extend your upper body forward. Let your forehead rest down on the floor or a block if it doesn't touch your mat. And adjust your knees if you need to so that the hips are comfortable. And then let your arms and shoulders relax. Gently close your eyes here. And just take a few moments as your body settles to check in with yourself and notice how you feel right now. If you sense any holding or resistance in the hips or the outer thighs, try and let that gradually soften. Just letting your hips release down toward your feet. Letting go. And this is our resting posture, so you can come back here at any point throughout this class if you feel like you need a moment away from whatever pose we're doing, or just some time to gather your thoughts or reset your breath. And before we begin to warm up, just take a few moments to focus on your own breath. Notice the rise and fall in the body of each breath in and each breath out. And start to gradually slow down the speed of your inhalation so it takes you more time to expand. And let the exhalation just naturally follow that, the slower release of the air. Take 3 more slow, deep breaths here. And the next time you inhale, lift up out of Child's Pose and come into Table Pose. Adjusting your knees hip width apart, you can tuck the toes under, planting the palms shoulder width apart. On an inhalation, lift your tailbone, chest, and chin, looking forward or up. Exhale, drop the tailbone as you round the spine, tuck the chin. Again, inhale, deeply arch the spine. Exhale, deeply round the spine. And continue in both of these directions, coordinating with the speed of your own breath. And the next time you exhale can be your last one. Return to a neutral table pose. Let's step the right foot in between the hands for a low lunge. Slide your left knee a little farther back and sink down into your hips here. Let's take both arms inside of the right foot. You can move it over maybe an inch or so, turn it out at a slight angle, and then let the knee fall away from your shoulder. And then I'm going to have you just shift your weight side to side here, from the hips right to left. And just see if when you go to the right, you can get a bit more stretch into the outer right hip. And then you can let that rocking stop. Find your sort of normal aligned position in the hips. Take your left hand off of your mat a little bit on the floor and turn the fingers out to the left side. Then from here, take a twist. Rotate your upper body as you reach the right arm up and lean back into your left shoulder and hand. One more deep breath in, and exhale, release. Take that hand back on the mat, and then just toe heel the foot back to the center, right hand outside again. Good, lift your back knee up off of the mat, high lunge position. We're going to be coming back and forth from here and modified pyramid pose, so if you like to have blocks, you can take those. We're going to press the hips back and up, straighten the right leg, modified pyramid. Exhale, return to the high lunge. So just do that several times with your breath. Inhaling, press back, extend the leg. Exhale, deep lunge. A couple more at your own pace, just working some length into the right hamstrings. Don't worry if the leg doesn't straighten completely. We're just warming up right now. The next time you do straighten the leg and go back to pyramid pose, let's hold here a few breaths. Feel your right hip joint drawing back in space to keep the hips level, and really push against the front foot. Good, the next time you exhale, bend that front knee again. Plant your palms directly on the mat, step back, plank pose. Bring your feet and legs together, shoulders over the palms. Let's hold 5 breaths here. Nice and strong through the lower back and lower abdominals. Squeeze the legs together. One more breath in. Exhale the knees to the mat, then the rest of the body all the way down. Point your toes and squeeze your shoulders together. On an inhalation, lift the chest and ribs, Cobra Pose. Exhale, lower back down. Twice more. Inhale to roll up to Cobra. Exhale, let it go. And once again, inhale. And exhale. Good, inhale, push back up to your knees, and then we'll step the left foot in between the hands. Low lunge. Good, walk the right knee a little farther back if you can, and then both arms inside of the left leg. Move that foot over maybe an inch or two and turn it out at the angle, and then knee away from your shoulder. And then plant your hands however wide apart you like here to support your upper body as we take that side to side motion. So let it come from the hips, just right to left. Good, keep breathing evenly. It might not match the speed of your movement here, and that's fine. And then let that motion stop. Find the normal place where the hips want to be. Take your right hand off of the mat a couple of inches and turn the fingers out to the right side. And then rotate the upper body, spinal twist. Squeeze the shoulder blades back and kind of lean back onto the right hand. Good. Actively reaching up. One more breath in. Exhale and release. You can bring your hands back on the mat and then toe heel that foot to the center, left hand outside again. Okay, let's lift the back knee up, high lunge. Nice and strong through that leg. We're going to be rocking back and forth from here to our modified pyramid. Exhale, press back as you extend the left leg. Inhale, return. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, high lunge. Do that a few more times with your breath. Just lengthening the left hamstrings. Again, they may not straighten completely. We're just warming them up. The next time that you do go back, let's hold there in the pyramid pose. Feel your left hip crease draw back in space slightly so the hips are level or square. And really press against that front foot. Get as much length in the leg as you can. And the next time you exhale, let's come back to the lunge, plant your palms, step to plank. Bring your feet and legs together, shoulders over your palms. Good, let's take just 3 breaths here. With your next exhalation, lower the knees, then the rest of the body to the floor. Point your toes. Inhale, Cobra Pose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, push up to the knees. Exhale, hips back, then lift, downward facing dog. Adjust your feet a few inches apart. Palms shoulder width apart, and spread the fingers widely as you press against your mat. Let your neck release down and take at least 5 more breaths here. The next time you inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk up to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Take that twice more. Inhale to extend your spine. Exhale to fold and flex your spine. Once again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Let's hang here. Hold on to your elbows, crossing at the forearms, and let your shoulders sink down. Release through your upper back. Good. Let go of the elbows. Take your hands to your shins again and inhale, flat back. Hold that position and bring the hands to your waist. The next time you exhale, press your hips forward to stand upright. Good. If you're not quite at the front of your mat, step forward a little bit, and we're going to take some modified sun salutations, just moving slowly here on an inhalation. Reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down dog. Walk back and lift. Good. In this down dog, raise your right leg up. 3-limb dog. You can either keep the hips square, or if you like, open the right hip and bend the right knee. Passive quad stretch. Good. Lower that foot to the floor. We're going to do the other side in our second round. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, step to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Second round. Inhale, begin. Exhale, slowly fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, walk to down dog. In this down dog, raise your left leg up. You can keep the hip square or roll the hip open and bend your left knee. And exhale, place that foot on the floor. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, step to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. We're going to take a traditional round of Sun Series A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, push up. Exhale, down dog. 5 deep breaths. One more breath in, look forward. Exhale, step to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Good, bring your feet together, and I'm gonna have you interlace your hands behind your back. You can use a strap here if you like. Let's roll the shoulders and elbows back to open the chest, and then reach the fists down toward the floor to straighten your arms. Good, from here, bend your knees and sit your hips back like in chair pose. Lift your arms up away from your hips, and then we're gonna exhale and fold the upper body to the thighs, drop the head and raise the arms, and lift your hips any amount. It doesn't have to be a lot. If you lose the contact with your upper body and your thighs, then bend your knees a bit more. Good, keep your neck relaxed. Make sure you're able to move your head. You're not holding there. Couple more breaths here, this shoulder stretch. Good, exhale, lower your arms. Separate the hands or put your strap down and let them hang down. But if your hands don't meet the ground, bend your knees a bit more. Step your left leg all the way back so that you're in a lunge, and then bring that knee to the floor. Good, sink down into your hips here, nice and low. And then we'll inhale, raise the arms, low crescent lunge. Find one focal point here. Concentrate on that spot as you breathe deeply. And then from here, take your right hand to the outer right thigh. It's just going to help you get a little bit of leverage as we start to twist to the right. And then bend your left elbow and place it outside of the right knee. That palm is open and facing up. You're now going to take your right hand to that palm and push down against it to help you deepen your twist here. Let your palms, which are in a prayer position, come in toward your right armpit and glide your right shoulder blade farther back. One more breath in. Look down and exhale. Peel the elbow off. Place your hands on the mat. Good. Send your hips back in space and come to half split. Walk your hands or blocks back with you. Lift the right toes up off the ground as you press against the heel, trying to again lengthen the hamstrings. One more breath in. Exhale. exhale, come forward again to your lunge. Good, lift your back knee up off of the mat, plant your palms, and step to downward facing dog. In this down dog, you can alternate bending each of your knees a few times, rocking the hips a little bit side to side. And the next time that you inhale, look forward. Exhale, step up to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, open your arms. Come all the way up, reach over your head. Exhale, release. Good, stand with your feet a little wider apart than hip width. Turn your feet out at a slight angle. From here, we're going to come down into a squat. Bend your knees deeply, sink your hips down toward the floor. Elbows come to the inside of the knees, palms press together. Good, lift up nice and tall through your spine. Take 5 more deep breaths here. With your last exhalation, drop your chin to the chest, release your hands to the floor. Lean your upper body forward and lift your hips, come to a forward bend. You can toe heel your feet a little closer together, maybe hip width apart, and hang here over your legs. Good. If your hands don't meet the floor, bend your knees a bit more. We're going to step the right leg all the way back, ending up in that lunge. Once you get there, bring the knee to the floor. Good. From here, inhale. Raise the arms and torso, low crescent lunge. Again, finding that one focal point to concentrate on here. And then take your left hand to the outside of the left thigh. Use that as leverage as you twist to the left. Bend your right elbow and put it outside the left knee. And this palm here is going to meet with the left hand. They press against each other and bring the thumb in toward your armpit, gliding your left shoulder back. Deep twist here in our low lunge. Good, steady breath. And let your focal point be wherever is the most comfortable for your neck. Right? So a traditional gaze is to look at the left elbow. But if that doesn't feel good, find a different position. Let's take 3 more breaths. Good. With an exhalation, look down, peel that elbow off of the knee, and bring the hands to the floor or your blocks. Send the hips back in space as we straighten the left leg. Runner stretch or half split. Pull the toes up so it's just your heel pressing against the floor, stretching the left hamstrings. And the next time you exhale, return to your lunge. Lift the back knee up, and again, plant your palms, step to downward facing dog. In this down dog, you can again alternate rocking the hips from side to side, bending each knee so you stretch the opposite leg. And then I'm going to have you look forward, inhale, exhale, walk back up to your hands. Let's bend the knees a bit here and again hang over the legs. I'm going to have you hold on to your elbows and gently sway your upper body side to side, lengthening the sides of your waist. And let that motion gradually stop. You can let go of your elbows. Press your hands against the shins and find the flat back position here again, lengthening your spine and your arms. Hold that posture and bring the hands to the waist. Exhale, press your hips forward and stand upright. Good, let your arms relax by your sides. Gently close your eyes here and just stand in mountain pose. Notice the energy in your body. And then once the breath feels calm and steady again, you can float the eyes open. We're going to take one more standing posture before we take things to the floor. And I'm going to just demonstrate this motion because it might be a little bit difficult to kind of see it in your mind if you're not facing the screen and since we're not live together. So this starts from a wide-legged forward bend, which we practice a lot and you're probably all familiar with. And from this wide-legged forward bend, I'm going to be taking a side-to-side motion where in one side of the body it sort of looks like a squat and the other leg is going to be extended out to the side in a hamstring stretch. So I'm going to show you how I do that, rocking my weight right to left. I'm going to go over to the right, bend that knee, drop my hip, and let the left leg straighten and the toes point up. Then I'm going to lift up, drop into the left, and straighten the right. And so it's going to hopefully become this fluid side to side where you're lifting and dropping down, lifting and dropping down. And the difference between this and a squat, my heel is not on the ground. So where in my squat I did have my heels touching, here I'm letting it lift up to help facilitate coming out and then going to the other side. So see if you can do that a few times. And the next time that you go down into the left leg, let's stay down there and lean to the left a little bit away from your straight leg. Your hands can be wherever is supported right now. And really stretch the right thigh. Feel it move down toward the ground as you press out through the heel, getting really low in your left hip. Good, let's lift up, come over to the right, bend the right knee and drop that hip, and let's straighten the left leg, staying here, just a couple of breaths. Good, and then let's lift back up, find the flat back position. Legs wide. Good. Lengthen your spine, feel your hip joints go back, crown of the head, reach forward. Good. Whichever foot is at the front of your mat, for me that's the right one. I'm going to point the toes to the front, walk the hands over, lift the back heel, and then step back to downward facing dog again. Good. Take 5 breaths here. See how it feels to maybe lengthen the back of the legs a little bit more. Hopefully the hamstrings are feeling nice and loose. And then on an exhalation, lower the knees to the mat, bring them together, and sit back on your heels for Child's Pose. You can wrap your arms around the legs, letting your hands rest by the feet, and separate the shoulder blades, allowing them to melt down. Close your eyes and just take a few deep breaths here. from here, reach your hands forward, lift yourself back up. We're gonna return to down dog, and from here, come into pigeon pose. If you like having support for your hip, have a blanket or block ready on the right side of your mat. We're gonna raise the right leg up, look forward, exhale, pull the knee to the chest, and then place the knee in between the hands. Slide your left leg back, open your right knee to a 2 o'clock angle and try and slide back a little more before you fold. When the hips feel settled, start walking your hands out in front of you any amount. Let the back of the neck feel relaxed, tuck your chin to your chest. And we'll close the eyes here. We're going to be here about a minute each side, so a nice long hold to release the hip. Take 3 more breaths. And after those 3 breaths, you can lift your head, open the eyes, walk the hands in. Good. Lift or tuck your back toes rather. Walk that knee toward the front of the mat and then push against the palms. Step back, down dog. You can bend each knee a few times, rock into the hips side to side. And then we'll switch when you're ready. Raise the left leg. On an exhalation, pull the knee in, shift forward, knee in between the hands. Good. Right leg slides back. And then open the knee out to about a 10 o'clock angle, slide back again if you can, and then eventually come forward. Take your time coming down any amount that feels good to you. And once you feel settled, gently close the eyes here again. Nice long hold. If you find that your mind gets really busy when we hold a posture still for a while, you can try just repeating a short phrase with your breath. Something simple like inhale, exhale, or breathe in, breathe out. Take 3 more breaths. And then lift the head, open your eyes, walk your hands in, tuck your back toes, walk that knee in, and then last time, press up and back, downward facing dog. Adjust or rock rather the hips side to side, bending each knee a few times. Good, and then bring your knees to the floor in table pose. We're going to come into threading the needle from here. Let's start by raising the right arm. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, sweep the arm under you. Bring the shoulder and the side of the head to the floor. Move your left hand over and push the floor with that hand to lean back. Good, and we're going to do a little movement with the left arm just to warm up the shoulder. On an inhalation, raise the arm, let it fall back, and then exhale, take it down again. So do that a few times. Inhale, reach it up, let it fall back. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, down. And then this time we're going to hold it there. Inhale, reach it up and continue falling back. Open the chest. And if you like, you can wrap that arm behind you. So rotate the thumb, bend the elbow, and wrap the arm behind your back, tucking that hand either over the right thigh if it can reach, or just letting it hang out somewhere near your hips. Good, let's release the bind and reach up with that arm again. And then exhale, hand to the ground. Push the floor and inhale, come off the shoulder, reach up again to the right. Exhale, hand to the floor. Good, other side, raising the left arm. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep it under you. Move your right hand over a little. Push the ground and lean back onto your left shoulder. Steady breath. And then we'll take that movement with the arm. Inhale to reach the right arm up and back. Exhale, return it to the floor. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down. Then last one, we're going to stay. Inhale, reach it up. Let it continue falling back in space. Good. Keep the breath steady. You can stay here or try that half bind. Rotate and wrap the arm behind your back, bending the elbow and letting the hand either rest at the hip, or if it reaches, it's going to wrap in front of the left thigh and just grab the leg there. Good. From here, let's undo the half bind if you're in it and reach up again. And then we'll all exhale the hand to the floor, push the mat, and inhale, come off the shoulder, reach up to the left again. Exhale, back to table pose. Good. Adjust your knees so they're only hip width apart. Extend your arms forward. Half down dog. Press your chest and armpits toward the ground. Deep extension of the shoulders, armpits, and upper back. The next time you exhale, lift your head, walk your hands back in, and we're going to take a seat back on the heels. If this is not a comfortable way for you to sit, feel free to sit with your legs crossed or take a support underneath your hips. And we're going to just first sit upright. Let the shoulders roll down and back, and feel your upper body move back in line over the hips. Good. From here, open the arms out to the side. Exhale, sweep them behind you and clasp the fingers. Good. You can use a strap for this if this doesn't work for you. Roll the shoulders and elbows together. and extend the arms behind the back. Good, start to lift the arms up away from your hips, any amount. One more deep breath in. Exhale and release the arms. Good, separate the hands, roll the shoulders a few times. Good, all right, let's come off of the heels and take a seat on the floor. I'm gonna face you for this. We're gonna take a wide-legged fold. Separate the feet a little bit wider apart than hip width, or much wider depending on your range of motion. I'm gonna elevate my hips on the blanket. You can certainly use more height if it's difficult to stay upright. Good, so sitting nice and tall, you can take your hands in front of the thighs here and lift and lengthen through the spine. Good, active energy through the legs as you reach out through the heels, sitting up tall. Good, we're gonna start to come forward, tuck the chin toward the chest, and then rotate the pelvis forward so your low back stays long, and start walking the hands out any amount. So go slowly with this. It doesn't matter how close you can get to the ground. And if the stretch in the hamstrings is enough, you don't have to keep folding forward, right? Or if you feel any discomfort or pain in your lower back, you might want to come out of it a little bit and focus more on keeping the length in the spine. Good, deep, active breath. Take 5 more. And the next time you inhale, let's lift back upright. Here, we're gonna keep this wide position in the pelvis. I'm gonna have you take your right knee, bend it, and help draw that foot in toward the front of the hips. So the knee will be bent out to the side. The upper body is still facing forward, so it's a little bit different than the normal nose to knee pose where we face the straight leg. Right now, your upper body is facing straight out over the hips. Good, so take a few moments just to let this knee settle down toward the ground. Left leg is still straight and active. From here, we're going to be taking a side or lateral bend. You can reach your left hand out to the inside of the left leg, and then raise your right arm up over the shoulder, and then exhale, just bend down to the left side, sliding that hand along the leg as you reach the right arm over your face. Take 3 more breaths here. On an inhalation, lift yourself back up. Good, let's switch legs. Bring the left leg in, extend your right leg out, and then we're gonna help bring the foot right in front of the pelvis, knee folding out to the side. Good, sit up nice and tall and get active through your straight leg. Right hand is gonna come out to the inside of the right calf. Inhale, raise your left arm up. Exhale, just side bend to the right, letting the arms slide down, just right inside the edge of the leg. And then top arm is reaching over your face, deep side stretch. Good. The next time you inhale, lift back up and exhale, release. Good. From here, you can bring that leg back in. We're going to let the left leg extend in front. Bend the right knee and draw the foot in toward you. And then cross that foot to the outside of the left thigh. Good. Hug that knee in close. From here, we're going to take a twist. I actually need to move because I don't have space behind me for this twist. So hold the knee with your left hand. Inhale, raise the right arm, and then twist to the right, rotating and putting that hand down behind you. Turn your head to the right as much as is comfortable for your neck. And you can bring that elbow maybe to wrap the knee a little tighter, hold for your twist. Or you could cross the elbow outside of the knee and gently press against it. That might give you a little deeper twist in the upper back. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. Unwind. Good. Uncross this leg and we'll switch. Bend the left knee, heel in toward you, and then cross the foot to the outside of the right thigh. Good. Sit up tall. Hold the knee with the right hand and then raise the left arm. Exhale, twist to the left and put the hand down behind you. Good. Bring the knee either into the bend of your elbow or cross the elbow outside of the knee and gently push against it. A few more deep breaths here. And the next time you exhale, unwind. Good. From here, we're going to take double pigeon pose. So for this one, I'm going to have you, your right leg is going to be the bottom one. You're going to bring the heel in, but not as close as you would for a cross-legged seat. I'll face forward for this one, actually. So I want the shin to be kind of parallel to the edge of your yoga mat. So your heel is not as close to your left thigh. Then reach for your left ankle, and we're going to help guide that ankle all the way over to the right knee. And so if there's some tightness in the hip, it may be that you have a lot of space here between the knee and the ankle, like I do right now. You can either just help support that top leg by holding it, or you could fill this space if you like with a block. If you've got a prop, a block, or wedge a blanket here, if that's a little more comfortable for you, you can do that. And if you can, keep the energy in the ankles nice and tight. Avoid, especially in the top ankle, letting it roll significantly, because that'll actually make you feel like you're going farther along in the pose, but you're only stretching your ankle and not the hip, which is really our goal. Good. So sit as tall as you can. Let your shoulders relax. Maybe close your eyes here. Focus on deep, calm breathing. Especially if this posture is challenging for you or you have a lot of tightness in the hip, let your only goal right now be breathing deeply. Don't worry about how far along in the pose you're getting. And you may find that the more you're able to sort of let go of any goal in the pose and the more calmly you breathe, That space between the knee and the foot may reduce over time. If you do not have a space between the knee and the heel, try leaning forward in this posture. You can even go as far forward as folding the upper body all the way over the leg. Right now I still have a little bit of gap, so I'm gonna stay upright. Good. However far along you are, we're going to start to come out. If you went forward, sit yourself up. And I find that it's easiest to get this leg out of the posture if you lean your upper body back a lot. And then you can just help the foot off of the knee. Good. Take your hands behind your back. Let's just unfold the legs. Let them come out in front of you. Shake them out a little bit. And then we're going to switch. So our left leg is going to be the bottom one. Bend the knee out to the side and line that shin up so that it's parallel to the edge of your yoga mat. The heel is not very close to your hip. Reach for your right ankle, lift it up, and guide it all the way over to the left knee. So it's not a lotus pose. Much different. We call this double pigeon. If you need to adjust your hips, go ahead and do so. And then just try your best to sit upright. And again, there may be a space here, but in terms of alignment, we have heel to knee and heel to knee. Gonna relax the shoulders, sit up tall, slow, smooth breath. And wherever you are in the progression of this pose, we're gonna come out of it momentarily. You can come up if you were folding, lean your upper body back, and release that foot. Good. Take your hands behind you again, lean back, and just wiggle the legs around. Maybe shake the back of the knees and thighs against the floor a few times. Good. And then let's come off of whatever you might have been sitting on and come directly to the floor, onto your back. And once you are down on your back, we're just going to pause here for a moment with the knees bent. And let your spine and ribcage decompress into the floor. Gently close your eyes. And then consider how you would be the most comfortable during Shavasana, final relaxation. If there are any props or any extra layers of clothing that you want to put on, you can gather whatever you need to be comfortable. If you're happy like you are right now, then just from here, let your arms release down by your sides and slide your legs down onto the mat. Make any adjustments that you need to feel really settled into the floor. Once you're comfortable, close your eyes if you haven't already done so. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel your shoulders sink down into the floor. Let your lower jaw and your throat relax. And let all the muscles in the face soften. And briefly scan through your body, just checking for any remaining active physical energy. And if you notice that anywhere, just consciously let that melt away with your next exhalation. Let every muscle and every joint sink into the floor. And I'll cue you in a few minutes when it's time to move and get up. So until then, enjoy this moment of rest. Slowly bring your attention back to the surface and lengthen your breath. And in your own time, begin to move a little bit through the fingers and the toes, slowly waking up your body. And let that turn into any other movement or stretch that would feel good to you right now. And then eventually bend your knees and roll over to one side. Just pause there briefly and notice how you feel right now. And stay with that feeling as you come upright, keeping the eyes closed, finding a comfortable seat. And once you are sitting, feel your spine lengthen. And begin to breathe more deeply and actively again, just to help wake up the body. And we'll end chanting Om one time. You can bring the palms together in front of your heart and take a deep breath in. Exhale and gently bow your head, acknowledging yourself for making time and space to practice today and expressing gratitude to your own body. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed this session tonight and to see you again next time. Thank you.